What is up, nerds? This is Crash here with a thing I feel like I haven't done in forever, but it really hasn't been that long. This is a video changelog for CP Glassworks Beta 5. Bum, ba, bum. So starting with gameplay things first, because there isn't a whole lot of them, I changed the tunnels going from second to mid again for the third time, or really the fifth time I've created these goddamn tunnels if you're counting the previous two versions of the map. But I changed them to blend in a little bit better with these buildings. It really didn't make sense for the rocky cliff tunnel that was here before when I started putting all this detailing in with the fence. So I changed that. It was kind of recommended to me by a few people while I was showing work in progress pictures, and it made a lot of sense, so I did it. And I remade all my detailing. I really like those tunnels. I loved how they looked, but I tried to kind of incorporate some of the ideas into this shacky looking tunnel. And next, I changed the mid-building's roof around a little bit because I didn't really like how the gap was right where you were jumping up these crates. It just felt really awkward, and it felt like you shouldn't be able to walk up there, even though there was a clip brush there. So I moved it around. This might mess things up a little bit with sight lines because you can kind of shoot down there before, but it might improve things. I don't know. It was a test, so we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, I might revert the change back or something. I don't know. We'll see. I also did a really small fix where one of the control point models was showing up as neutral when it should have been showing up as a team color at the start of the game. So that's fixed. But on to the meat and goddamn potatoes of this update. I did a whole buttload of detailing. I am very proud of what I have here. It's finally starting to look like a proper map, I think. You know, before there was some detailing patches here and there. But there's a few angles. Like this angle right here is my favorite view of this map right now. And it's pretty similar for the other side too. I think I just like red a little bit more because I work better with red. But like it just feels cinematic. It's a view you get from standing on the second control point, basically. And it just looks good. It looks like a place. And then that's kind of the goal. I don't want just a bunch of random buildings thrown around. I want it to look like a place. But it's finally starting to get there, and I'm really proud of that. So I'll fly around a little bit more. I'll show you some details. Most of my detailing focused around the middle area and second, and then all the buildings between. I haven't really focused on finals building yet. That's going to be the next update, and I think I should be ready to start doing a 3D skybox. I think that's what can come next, because all the boundaries of the map are pretty much decided now. I expanded things way, way, way more than they were around all the second areas. So yeah, I think that looks really cool. I'm really happy. I showed you in the last video the fog effects that I had in place, and I didn't even mention the new detail area, but I completely got rid of that ridge, and I think it really opens things up more now. Like one of the tricks with mapping is putting detail areas in to make an area not feel as confining. And I did a little one here in this building. I put a little one in here just to give it a sense of depth, but really the main thing is around second. It doesn't feel like you're just surrounded by cliff, and that's the place that you go, and you can go nowhere else, and nothing else exists beyond the map. I try to put in some loading docks, and I try to make it feel like a place. Also, this building here, I put all the supports in, and I continued my flower trend. I put these little hanging planters that might get in the way of combat. We'll see. I don't think people jump in this room a lot, so it might not. But this room sees a lot of action, so I thought I'd make it a little prettier. It needed the supports. I just like the idea of the planters with the flowers, so I did it. Screw it. The other big change with the map is the lighting. The lighting was recommended to me by Ali, who I mentioned in the last video, who did Keikoku and Suijin and Windmill Train Saw and a whole bunch of stuff like that. But she recommended I check out the Mountain Lab lighting, and I just kind of set it in as is. I copied it out of the Mountain Lab map, and I just pasted it in. It was way too dark at first, way too orange. So I kind of toned it back. I matched up the angles of my old lighting, so fancy things like the control point lighting and stuff like that still lined up right. I had the lighting coming down at certain angles to show off certain things, and that was my goal, to keep that. But I toned down the orangeness, I brightened it up a little bit, and I think it's where I like it now. It was really, really white and just sort of washed everything out before. Like I didn't even realize it. I'm not that good at lighting. It's one of my weakest points as a mapper. But I think it's where I like it now. So we'll go with this for a while. We'll see what people think. Let me know what you guys think, actually, because I could use some more eyes on this sort of thing. And also for lighting, I started doing a basic lighting pass. I put in light fixtures, and I put in actual proper lighting in all the detailed areas so far in the middle and second kind of that sort of area. It's mostly how I want it, but I'm sure it's going to need a lot of tweaks as I learn more about it and figure things out. So other than that, there's the usual clipping adjustments. All the new details needed new clipping. All the fences on second needed new clipping. I fixed a bunch of exploits. I fixed a bunch of little odds and ends, as usual, like I do. And I did another huge optimization pass, and I think this map should be pretty optimized for how detailed it is. Like I'm trying to maintain a good equilibrium between detailing and optimization. Like if I start putting in too much, the optimization is going to tank out, and I'm going to have to do a much better job optimizing it. So I'm trying to maintain the optimization as I go. Trying to make sure I have prop fades in. Trying to make sure I'm hinting. I did a bunch of area portals that weren't there before, and I think everything should be good. Part of the problem, though, I'm having is the map is such a scenic thing, I want to say, almost. Like, it's like you can see really far from anywhere. Like, you can go to second, and you can see the areas in middle, and you can go from middle and see the mountains in second. And it's kind of a pain in the ass because I have to put little gaps in the thing. I don't want to go into it too much, but basically it made a bit of an optimization nightmare, but I think I've got it good where not too much is rendering from far away. But we'll see. Once competitive teams start getting on it and playing it, I'll probably find out really quick if it's optimized well enough or not. So I think that's about it. Let me know what you guys think. I'll have a download in the description like usual. And as always, there'll be a BZ2 for server operators and a regular BSP for players in my TF2 maps thread below. But definitely let me know what you guys think. I really want to hear some feedback on this because it's finally getting to the visual point where you can watch this video and comment on what you think. So I want to hear some feedback. I got a bunch of subscribers now. Let me know what you think. If it looks like crap, let me know. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.